What's going on, guys? Finally got a decent day to film where we ain't got too much wind. It isn't super cold. And, well, I really don't know if we still have anything to film yet, but hey. Before we get into it, though, I just wanted to give a huge shout out to Kansas Soil Health Alliance. They asked me if I would mind being featured as producer of the month for the month of March. And I cannot tell you how humbled I am to be even thought about. It's not a big deal. I mean, I'm not going to turn it into something that it's not. But I don't feel like I deserve it. That's for darn sure. Because, like I have told people, I don't know. I know what I want to do. I know what I'm trying to do. But that doesn't mean that it always works. Let's definitely put it that way. Definitely does not mean it always works, that it always succeeds. So again, thank you. I am very humbled. Kansas Soil Health Alliance, and big shout out to all my mentors. You know who you are, and you take the time to give someone, a younger guy, a guy who doesn't farm a whole lot of ground, but you take the time and talk with me anyways, have a discussion, allow me to bug you, and I really just can't say enough. So if you're a producer out there, I don't care if you're young, old, beginning, well established, get out and talk. When you're at meetings, talk to other producers, talk to the guys, talk to the speakers, because that's what they're there for. They're there to answer your questions and bounce ideas off of, and just network and form a friendship, form a group that you can bounce ideas off of and give you confidence, and tell you, well, I think that's dumb, and maybe it isn't dumb, but that's just their opinion. And if it doesn't work, then well, maybe you're right, maybe they were right, it was dumb. But like I said, just you got to be willing to put yourself out there and talk and learn from these guys. So with that, I'll shut up and we'll move on to something that's a little exciting, I guess. So this is the rye that I planted 3rd of March, and you can finally row it across pretty much this entire field. It was starting to poke through beginning of this last week, so about 3 weeks before it really has taken off. So we'll see how that goes. We're really still lacking moisture. Not as bad as others. Guess let's see. That went in pretty easy. If I can do this without falling over. We got good moisture there. Got our little friendly earthworm. Me and the boys, there's another earthworm. Me and the boys went and dug at one of our field to the south, and we have a horrible stand of cover crop, forage crop. We pretty much got some Austrian winter peas and some hairy vetch that overwintered. I don't know if the cereals ever even germinated or what, but they're just not there. But dug in a lot of different places, and I can say that we're moving in the right direction, because it doesn't matter where I've dug lately, we're finding earthworms. So that is definitely a good sign, and we're finding some big, fat, healthy ones. Also finding plenty of little ones, but I want to see the big ones, because that tells me that they've been there a while, and we're building on our system. So the best part about that south field is we have a lot of armor. We have a lot of soil armor. I mean, just like this field, overall, in most spots, we have plenty of armor. Where we are supposed to get pretty warm here, we're supposed to have a few more days of wind. We're keeping the soil covered as best we can, because if we get to a point where we get too warm and we're not getting any moisture, this rye is going to start it's going to start slowing down sooner rather than later. Now if we stay kind of cool, it'll be all right even without any more moisture for a while anyways. But what we really need is a good 1/2 inch to 1 inch rain to really just make everything pop, get up, get going with it, especially with the temperatures that we've been having. And this stuff would all take off, go gangbusters in no time. So hopefully, it ain't not in the forecast yet, but hopefully we can get a moisture event here before too long. So we'll pull over to the sheep real quick and I'll show you the difference in the rye. So right here, this is the stuff that would have been planted the first half of October. And you can clearly see a difference. But even so, it probably should still be taller. We can dig real quick. Now I know this area of the field is a poorer area, not as good a soil, much lower in carbon. But I dug in a spot the other day that was pretty bare. But see, we don't even have any worms or any moisture hardly to speak of. So if we don't have a whole lot of moisture, got lots of good root coverage. But yeah, look at that. That is already dry over in here. And that is, yeah, look at that. Dry all the way underneath. That is not a good sign. That is not good. That is not what I wanted to see. So we're not going to plant any earthworms there because they gotta have some moisture to live in. I wonder if we walk over just a little bit to a little bit different part of the field. Let's just look right here. Let's just look under a cow pie. Not a lot of moisture, but we do got some moisture. Let's see about some friendly earthworms, and what do you know? There's one. See if we can find another. I think it's the same one. Got a decent smell to it. So just that little bit, maybe 20 feet, 20-foot difference. We got some moisture there, but I mean, you get over here, we got some soil armor. And this is where we would have fed a bale to the steers when they were out here. Let's just look. We're gonna have lots of moisture here. I don't know if we're gonna have any worms though, because it might be too cold still. Oh, nope. Got a little one. Yeah, it's pretty chilly. That soil's not very warm. We got at least one. Not much smell though on the soil. Not much smell. But part of that would be because, yes, we've added a bunch of carbon right there. There's not a living rut. So it takes a living rut to be a host for the soil microbes. You can see the sheep out in the distance doing their thing. I think I'm going to take down one more fence. I'll take down one more fence and I'll call it good for the day. So again, got a few things in the works, but nothing I'm going to share today. So other than that, we're just, it seems like I've been saying the same thing for 3 months at least, going on 4 now. We're just plucking along, waiting for, I mean, spring has definitely arrived with the temperatures, but now we just need some of that spring moisture. So we get some spring moisture and we'll really kick it into high gear on the grazing, because we'll get some growth on stuff and we'll get to start moving stuff around in some bigger paddocks and get them on some land, get them on the soil, and get some impact, and see how many grazing days we can get off this. Ain't gonna be very many if we don't get some more moisture. So I'll quit being so negative with that, guys. As always, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit the leave a question, leave a comment, and long live the soil.